Okay, hello YouTubers. Greg here in Delaware again with a another idea for your radio operation. What we did here is we took the MFJ pocket loop tuner with the aluminum loop, and we adapted it to a tripod for indoor use. Now this thing is feather light. The tripod we picked up online, new, for $17.95. The feet there at the bottom articulate. They kind of sculpt themselves to the surface. It's made of plastic. It is adjustable, so you can run this thing on a tabletop or set it inside of your room, and or you could put it on your balcony. This thing is extremely lightweight, so if you put it outside on the balcony or on a deck or something, I would recommend that you kind of bungee cord it or tie it to the railing or something, because it is I mean, this thing weighs a pound. It's super light. So what we did first is we took this part of the MFJ loop tuner off. We just undid the 4 screws, and the whole system comes in, and it leaves you with just the black case. And what we did was we drilled a hole in the bottom and adapted it to the base plate that you normally would hook the camera to. So that gives you a wide range of things to do. You can unloosen this knob, and you can set it to the desired direction that you want to talk to, since this is bi-directional, with it set up like this, and you can lock it down and the wind won't bother it. I did get a right angle BNC to PL259 to kind of eliminate the strain on that. But see, what happens is you right here on the side there's a release lever, and you just see if I can do this with one hand. You just release this, and it'll come right out of the base. And basically what you see right here is I took the base of this and mounted it onto the bottom. I'd used a short panhead screw so it wouldn't interfere with any of the capacitors on there inside. It wouldn't touch anything. And then all you do, just open the mechanism up. Can't do this with 2 hands, one, and then just lock it back on the base, and you get the idea. And you know, it really looks, it's really a nice looking setup for in your house if you're working it in your radio room or putting it in the living room or somewhere. It really looks like it was actually made for the unit. The loop is really lightweight, so it's not top heavy. Doesn't put a lot of strain on the connections here, and it works really well. And the one thing that's pretty cool about this, that if you were to work this on a balcony or whatnot, you can actually loosen up the connection on here and actually fold this down. And now you can talk with this omnidirectional. This antenna, when positioned like this, instead of being bidirectional, actually talks in an omnidirectional pattern. So you go outside and you set this up by your balcony or something, and there you go, you have omni. Now the thing about this is the characteristics with interacting with the ground. If you run it like this, it's best that if you're in an apartment, you know, 15, 18, 20 feet above the ground, it'll work fine. If as it stands now with it like this high off the ground, it'll interact with the ground and probably won't perform the best. This case is a one-piece case that it's bolted to, and the loop is really lightweight, so it doesn't still put a lot of stress on the bottom here. The way I got it, I got a panhead screw with a washer, kind of give it a little bit more support in the base, but that's one piece. It's not cracked yet, and just gives you a definite flexible way to use your antenna in two configurations. But you know, with the black plastic, the adjustable edge, you can adjust it here, have it set up on a tabletop, picnic table if you're operating outside, and it's not too windy. Also, we can loosen up this and we can crank this up a little bit here, and we can get, doing this with one hand here, we can get a little bit more height. You know, if you're operating on a tabletop, you can crank that up. It's not top heavy because that loop is so light. It doesn't fall over or put a lot of stress on that mount. Everything about this is light. I mean, you can grab it. I mean, it's just like feather light. So I wouldn't recommend this really for windy conditions. I think if it was super windy and you didn't have this thing guyed or tied down, it would definitely blow away. But it makes the loop a lot more versatile, especially for indoor operation, and it's a little bit nicer looking to have set in the corner, you know, for if you don't feel like breaking it down, if you use it all the time. If this is your only really way to have an antenna, then you know. But this is just an idea about how to mount this on a tripod. It will work. It won't just snap off. So there you go. I hope you got some ideas about this, and enjoy 7.3s.